Hello, 60th graders. This is our first lesson, The Ravine. It's a short story by Graham Salisbury. The ravine is a deep, narrow gorge with steep sides. Let's start with the characters. We have Vinny, and he's the main character in the story. He shows the most development from the beginning to the end. Vinny learns an important lesson by the end of the story and becomes a better and more secure person. Let's move to Joe Boy. He's an impulsive character who is quite obnoxious. He's unpleasant and not very bright. He's not very smart as well. Mo is a risk-taking character, or the daredevil. He never expresses much emotion throughout the story, and he is relatively silent as well. Starlene is one of the most compassionate characters in the story. She is sensible, she has logical thinking, but not as cautious as one might want to be. Let's talk about the plot. We'll start with the introduction. The story starts out by describing the setting and introducing the characters. Rising action. All of Vinny's friends have jumped off the ravine and now they are telling him to do it as well. Vinny starts to climb the path to jump. Starlene talks to him as well and encourages him. The climax is when Vinny climbs to the top of the ravine and gets ready to jump off like his friends, even though he doesn't want to, and he is scared to do it. Following action, Vinny starts listening to his inner voice, so he starts listening to himself, while also listening to what his friends want him to do. He is getting very close to his final decision. And finally, he decides not to jump and stands against the crowd who were just next to him. He goes home safely with his friends. The summary of this story: The Ravine is a story about discovering courage when it's most needed. Courage that helps conquer a well known enemy amongst kids, which is peer pressure. This is the well known enemy amongst kids. The story centers around a young man named Vinny out with his friends as they are apparently up to no good. Vinny is fighting with himself constantly, knowing he's not allowed and most certainly doesn't want to go in the direction his friends lead him. And the thought his friends won't like him if he decides to leave. The characters in this short story are Vinny, Starlene, Joey or Joe Boy, Mo, Vinny's parents, the child who died, and the myth of the ravine princess. We're gonna enjoy it.